Hey guys, MC here, and here we're going to do a little bit of behind the scenes stuff on me and Josh's collab on Triple Threat, more specifically all the intro scenes. So let's get started. So we'll start off with the hallway scene. So this is what it looks like in its entirety in the compilation video before I put it in a camera layer, which is over here. So I basically just drag it in as just the one big file, which is I think is like 1200 by like 5000 or something. I have no idea what the dimensions are, but anyway, basically what I do is I just take one expression of each person, it doesn't matter what it is, and I basically do all the motions, position, rotation, scale, all that stuff with just one expression. And as you can see here, down the bottom, I have all my expressions here. And after I determine all the movements, all I have to do is just split the layers and then just drag them over. As you can see, this is what it kind of looks like from a wide perspective. And that's where Josh disappears. And that leads us to our next shot, which is the howitzer shot. Let me see. I think it's this one. Yep. Okay, so as you can see, there's the guard. He is currently in the tank. I had to mask him in there. And if I go a little bit over here, well, bam. So that's basically a combination of two different explosions, and I added a little bit of a motion blur on them as well, just to make it look more realistic. So just to look at that, what that looks like. Going back and so yeah, and this is a window. There's a window layer, and then there's this is actually a glass layer I actually found. It was again from Vector Club, where I think it was for like a mirror or something, and so so I got this frame off Google, and then I used the mirror just to make it look more like a window. And then the howitzer in the background. So there's that. Josh disappearing. Basically, that's just me laying the teleporter layer effect over on top of him, and he's just dissolving away. Let's see. Oh, and the ending shot of him in the tank. Again, this is the compilation before putting it in before putting in cameras and whatnot. So that's them. Da da da. Look at me, I'm so happy. And once again, I had to, as you can tell, I had to mask him in there. There's the cannon and whatnot, and because I didn't fire him in this one, I didn't have to put the explosion. I think that's this one right here. Yes, so as you can see right there in the middle, again, I think I used the exact same explosion effects here, and there's Josh. You see him flow, slowly going away, wee, yeah, and whatnot. Alright, so that's mostly the visual effects for the opening scene at its base and the ending. So now let's go to the actual spaceship where the majority of the visual effects are, so let's do it. Alrighty guys, so here's the main compilation for all the action scenes on the ship. So, just to give you guys a perspective, there was 70 visual effect shots in this whole entire intro. So yeah, that took a little bit of time, and I'm not going to go through everyone in extensive detail, but I'll go through a little bit. So now I'm going to tell you guys right off the bat, I am not a video game programmer. I do not know how to use Unreal Editor. This is all me just operating every single character. Like right now, those aliens, I'm taking control of them. So this is what it looks like without the comp and the shake and whatnot. These aliens are actually... let me see if I can turn that layer off for a second. They're actually green screened. There's a very cool mod I found for UT 2004 where you can actually turn the entire level into a green screen. So that's what I do, is I take control of a character, I do some action, I film the plate of course, which is that whole background, and then I just composite them like so. So again, I can turn off the individual layers to see what that's like. See, that's what that's me turning off the base layer. And okay, on to the next one. What's next? These gunshots, these are all layered over. Again, using the green screen effect, I just shot a bunch of bullets, lasers, and whatnot against the green screen, so I can just pick and choose whatever I want. So there's him running through. This is actually a tracking shot. You can actually do set up waypoints and set a camera to go along a guideline sort of thing. So that's how I did this shot. Here, nothing too much. This is basically just a little mask right here, just to hide him behind there. Let's see. Then there's me again. The guns are all green screened in. It doesn't go off, but I just take like the first like 5 or so seconds in like the actual product. So so here is the wide shot of the full scene of me and him talking behind here. As you can see, the gun is actually just like sitting right there off screen, or not off screen, it's like right in front of him. And again, I go back into here, and all these different layers and everything, all these gunshots, these are all layered in and whatnot. Everything's green screened in, as you can see. All right, so next, where was I? Okay, right here. Oops. One more over, 7. Again, this is basically like the same shot. I just duplicated it into a much closer version. Again, this is just us running. The first time I actually forgot to put in the our magic auras the first time when I first showed it to Josh. I didn't realize until like actually much later. But again, as I said, guns are green screened in. Let's see. Again, the bullets are all these bullets are all the bullets are green screen. I'm taking control of the character, and I'm actually, for the character's deaths, what I actually do is I basically just shoot the ground with like an explosive round, like with the flak cannon, so I get the explosive effect plus I get the death. So instead of having to me recreate a complicated death scene and stuff. So again, more compilation of bullets. This is another tracking shot I did in U2004. You know, again, you can set up waypoints and the camera will follow them. I added a blur effect just to them running, just to add a little more depth to that. Let's see. Again, this whole entire scene is a big old comp. The whole background is the play. Alien 1, Alien 2, Alien 3. Those are 3 separate layers. And these ones, those are just close-ups. So boom, they appeared and they split. This is one I actually cut out. It's just basically the alien going, you know, pointing, "Ha-ha, get them," and stuff like that. This was actually not a compilation shot. This shot was me running in as an alien first off, and then there's actually a follow command you can issue to your entire team, so they're all just following me like lemmings right now. So then that's the same scene, just a different angle. Again, another angle. This one actually did cut out also, just them running up the stairs. And then this is where he pins me down. The other difficult part is that for every single character, you know, because there's like admittedly like 10 species of these types of aliens, the scars or whatever, however you say it, but I can't change while I'm alive. You can't change your skin while you're alive, so you physically have to die, go into the menu, change your character, and then you can then it'll change. But it's a very annoying process because you have to run back to that area. Let's see, another simple mask right there. Let's see, this is part where Josh, he runs in, he's like, "Hey, look at me! Hey, look, there's a rocket launcher. Woo, pretty." Let me look, was there anything complex? Yeah, see, this is what it looks like without the camera effect, him running in, and it's just one big wide shot. Okay, so, okay, here it is. So, yeah, so the alien's firing, and then if you look real closely, see, he's holding as you can tell, he's holding a sniper rifle right there, but, and this is actually a composite. This rocket is from the green screened in, and if you look closely at the last second, you could see that there's suddenly a rocket launcher there. So that's me. I cut out the part where I'm shooting down and just where the explosion happens to kind of pass it off. There's the body goes. Let's see, next. There's it. He's like, "Hey, look at me. I'm Josh. I got a rocket launcher. Woo, la-di-da." I cut that out. That was supposed to be just him just running along to the next section. Again, this is another compilation scene where I got the plate of just the movement. So no aliens, and then I'm able to just turn them on as I please. So this is where it all looks like. Uh-oh, there's some guys with some rocket launchers. Oh boy. Let's see. This one, what I did was, instead of like me taking control of all 3 of them, you can actually order them to stay in one spot. So, but what you have to do is you have to go to a spot, order them to stay there, and they will not only stand there, but they will look in the last direction you looked. So that came in very handy. All right, next 35. There's a Josh like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Like, hey, what's that sound? And originally I had done it 3 times. The car, say this is the car the first time, and I actually scaled it up in Premiere. I actually did it as you can see, I did the car 3 times. It's literally just the same scene, the same car scene, but just a different background. Because I didn't know how much time I had when the music was going before it starts to hit. So again, that's me taking control of the alien and looking around. You can make and there's about 8 to 10 different taunts for every alien, so that's just me turning around and then doing that taunt. I think I sped it up in post. Something very difficult, which I'd forgotten about, was you cannot have vehicles in non-vehicle maps. Like in Onslaught or Assault, you can spawn a vehicle wherever you want. But in some like deathmatch or one-on-one matches, you can't have a vehicle. So this is in this specific example, it's a bad example, but in this one you can. This is because this is an Onslaught map. But I'll get back to it in a second when get to the other scene. But in a lot of scenes, I had to green screen the car in. So here it is going. The alien's like, no. Yeah, see, and then this is the alternate angle. Let's see, another alternate angle. Boom. Let's see, and then this is the camera tracking shot. I had to keep the way that the camera tracking works in UT 2004, the RCam mod, which is what it's called, is you can restart the cam path as many times as you want just by pushing the number 3 key. So I'm basically pushing number 3, number 3, number 3, and I'm waiting for him to do that taunt, which is what takes a while. You gotta wait for it. And this is something very useful. Is there's actually I'm actually in the turret. But again, with the RCam mod, I can actually turn myself invisible, so it looks like I'm just taking control of the turret from the inside. So there's a couple shots of that, and then that's just I put an alien there, just have him stand there. I put a friendly fire on. Hey, let's look at that in slow motion. Oh, look, there's the skull. That's creepy, isn't it? So there's that. Let me extend it just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, next. Again, same with aliens. Just had him stand there, shot him. Going through. That was just me backing up the Hellbender. Let's see. I cut this out because I didn't like how it looked. And because I went for this closer up shot instead. And then this one. The only thing here was with this part here, I masked it out, made it a black layer here, and I dissolved it in this little pulsating bar here to kind of look like the volume starting, like the radio just started. Oh, for those who were wondering, originally the song was Shoot to Thrill by AC/DC. That's why I originally had here, but unfortunately it got blocked, so I kind of panicked and I was like, what's the first thing I could think of? Something epic and rock, and L Train's what's it called? Nightmare Rises, I think it's called. But his harmony, I use that, and I love that song, by the way. Okay, this one was a little tricky because me and Josh, we don't have front-facing vectors. We're all side-facing. So I kind of had to cheat it a little bit. Let me see if I can open this up, actually. So I had to put a puppet tool on him. And let's see, can I scroll out a little bit more? Or okay. So I had to kind of pose him a little bit in an odd nature. Me too as well. So as you can tell, like my legs are clipping. So I had to make it look like we're in somewhat of a sitting position. So that was a little bit of a complex part. So on to the next one, 52, I think. I originally had close-ups, but I just like staying with the wide shot. I thought that was more funnier. Let's see. 53, and I'm invisible in the car. You can't see me. Plus, you got the lights going on, so coming at the camera. Then, all right, 54. We're on the home stretch, folks. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. The whole can't have cars in regular deathmatch and whatnot. So this is a deathmatch map, you know, because there's not a lot of onslaught or assault maps that look like the interior of a spaceship. So I'm gonna open this one up. And this is the plate. Again, using the RCam tracking tool. So that's what it looks like, just kind of going down like that. And then separate over here is the green screen of just the Hellbender by itself. And you know, it doesn't look that impressive, but when I turn the key light on and turn that on, so this is what it looks like without the shake. With the shake, it looks a lot more. It looks more realistic. It actually looks like it actually belongs in that scene. So I had to do that for every single time I filmed a scene in one of these deathmatch maps. So again, the car's green screened in. Another tracking path back here. Okay, so yeah, you can already see how bad this one is. The only reason that kind of saved it was the fact that I put a much more heavier camera shake on it. But let me see. Let me open up this one. Again, I'll turn off all the layers. So here's the base plate, and then every single, if it'll come up, there we go. So every single alien here, I'm taking individual control of. Boom, 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 boom. As you guys can tell, the door looks kind of weird. It's kind of dissolving on them. The problem is with the RCam is it turns the majority of the level into a green screen, or I can actually turn it blue, black, whatever I want. But certain objects like weapons, these glowing parts, and doors, as I learn, it will not turn green. It'll stay normal. So yeah, it's a problem that you kind of have to. I have to always be aware of my surroundings. So again, this is the whole comp of that. Let's see, 57. Okay, that's just close up. I think, is this the next big shot? Yep. Okay, so this one I made was pretty bad too. If I can, okay, go to full. Okay, so as you can clearly tell, because of the whole, there's no shadows or anything, that the Hellbender is green screened in. And in another scene, I had to green screen in a shot of the car actually running over aliens in a completely different map. So if you see that there's suddenly a red alien here, it's like, that's because he's masked in until he's supposed to look like ran over it. So again, this is from an alien from another map. That's why he suddenly appears, and then he's just being dragged off. So that's why I'm actually moving the entire scene. So that's why that scene looks weird. With the shake effect, I put really heavy shake on that, so you really can't tell in the final product. At least I hope you can. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, seen that. This one was a little complicated because I had to do a little bit of stabilization, and I put a plastic effect on me, I believe. I don't know. I made something to make myself look like I'm inside the car. So obviously we got a mask here, and then again, each car, or the car's a green screen, the gun's a green screen, and then we got the tracking cam footage in the back. Let's see, and then this is the green screen, this is the tracking camera coming at this sniper guy, and he's just standing there, and I'm just gonna, and then I look down at the last second, and boom, and he's dead. Okay, so again, this is free comp. All right, so we got the plate, nobody there. Well, Alien 1, Alien 2, Alien 3, Alien 4, Alien 5, Alien 6, and finally the green screen comp of the car. Wait, was it? Wait, what's that meant? Oh, okay, that's why. Never mind. So yeah, you can see that. Let's see, 63, I think we were on. Okay, 64. Then this was the side shot of the Hellbender shooting the laser balls or whatever they're called. Then this is what I did here was I turned friendly fire on and I weakened all the aliens to like 5% health or something like that. And what I did was I used just the regular shock ball and I detonated it in between all of these guys just to make it look like, I think it's right there. Yeah, boom, it goes off and it kills all of them. So that was that shot. No, don't autosave. I had to get the timing just right. I had to keep pressing 333 until it actually caught the missile at the exact launching point, and I got really lucky. I'll say that. Watch. So as you can see, here we go. So the rocket's going through. Boom. He's fried. And then, oops, too far. 65, 66, 67, and then this is supposed to be a still shot where in the final product in Premiere, it's just basically zoom out on from the license plate. It says RG MasterCode on there, as you can see. RG is the gaming clan I'm involved with still. And again, this was I turned this one into basically slow motion, getting hit with a shock ball, slow motion. Did that in Premiere. And then this here is the mini nuke. I forget what it's called, but it's basically a mini nuke where you can basically guide the nuke to wherever you want. And it's like I needed to think of something for one final part. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'll just do this. There's this random guy who's like, I give up. You've won. And it does that cool little staticky effect too. Then that was the last shot, and then this is, again, I actually did this part in just Premiere. This is the part me and Josh are talking about afterwards, so I think that just about wraps it up. Oh wait, actually, I have one more visual effects shot I want to do real quick, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, so this is the last visual effects shot that I'll discuss. So, the original video, this is from Team 4 Star's Dead Zone, so if you didn't know what that was, so I'll actually turn on the original layer so you can actually see what it looked like. So this is the original layer. So this is Garlic Jr. talking. I had to mask out a little bit here. Then the spike comes. Let me turn that on. But as you can tell, it's clearly above the layer. So basically, I just spliced in his jacket over at the top, and then I just made the little animation from the various little frames. We can look at that real quick. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. So yeah, that's what it looks like without it being comped. And then this is what it looks like. I actually gave, if you can tell, he's got a little head shake there, a little head move, and I just gave him a little puppet effect just to give it a little more life. So yeah, guys, that's about it for all the visual effects shots for me and Josh's collab on Triple Threat. Hope you enjoyed this little behind-the-scenes video, and thank you guys for watching, and until next time, MC out!